last year's MVP, Justin Verlander. Swung on.
As Arizona goes up against the San Diego Padres. And now our broadcast swings out to Petco Park, where Gary Thorne, John Kruk, and Steve Phillips will be making the call.
You talk about support, almost 37,000. How would you describe him? A winner? Certainly. Johnny Cueto putting his stuff on display today. Thank you for joining us Thursday night, Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Our starting pitcher for San Diego. Here's a look. And as he's getting going here, Steve, against these Arizona hitters, what's in store? Now we'll take a look at the lineup for the D-backs. Any of these bats stand out, John?
Well, with power numbers coming down in Major League Baseball, one guy that hasn't missed a beat is Jose Bautista. A late bloomer, his eye at the plate has improved.
And Reyes is batting. He'll be receiving the first pitch of the game as we get set for baseball.
Number 7, Jose Reyes.
Reyes, contact, and a foul ball. Foul! He deals. Reyes again, a foul ball. Foul! Strike 3 swung on by Reyes, no luck.
He helped him right there with 2 strikes. He gets the slider, but he chases out of the zone for strike 3.
Here we've got a moment. Let's quickly take a look at the Padres and their lineup on the field. John, who's a factor for them?
Adam Jones, a converted infielder, hasn't lost a step. He made that transition to the outfield. Still learning the nuances of playing outfield on an everyday basis in the big league, but he's a gifted
hit in the air to center field. It's caught.
For the Arizona Diamondbacks, second baseman, number 24.
And it's Robinson Cano now. That's fouled back, out of play behind home. The pitch. And with 2 strikes on him, Cano, a good contact hitter, will just look to put it in play.
He's a very defensive hitter when the count gets to 0-2, so I'm going to try to get him to chase something out of the zone.
Cano's going to foul it away. Swung on, a fly ball heading towards the corner and right. What a piece of fielding right there by Stanton. Save your arm. Do it by pitching only 8 times in 1 inning, 3 outs. So it'll be the San Diego Padres, bottom of the first. We're going to take a look at our starting pitcher for Arizona.
Number 3.
Steve, what's he looking for? What's he thinking about here against the San Diego lineup?
Well, for Johnny Cueto at 5'9", he's not very big, but boy, does he have a big fastball. He can chuck it up there and get a lot of swings and misses up in the zone. That's
a strike, and it's 0-2. Kensler now cut that swing down.
Well, the hitter struggles with curveballs when he's behind in the count. I suspect they're going to go to the hook.
Check swing called. Strike three, out number one.
Well, Gary, let's see this pitch again in K-Cam. Here's another look at the changeup. You know, what I like about this is on 0-2, he didn't mess around. He didn't try to nibble to get him chase off the plate. He goes right at him and just gets the strikeout.
And here's Adam Jones.
Well, don't be surprised if you see the Diamondbacks tip their hats to the Padres because they owe the Padres a lot for their division crown last year. They beat San Diego 6 times in just a 2-week span that pretty much sealed the deal.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Steve talking about the D-backs Padres. There was a home field advantage that went in this 4-5 in San Diego.
Well, then they beat them up at home, which was where they were very strong last year. But overall, about 94 wins for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
This one's bounced up the middle. Played by Reyes. 2 down here in the inning. This is the lineup we'll see from the Padres. John, who do we keep an eye on?
There's so many gifted athletes in Major League Baseball right now, but Adam Jones has to be near the top of that list. He can do it all for a kid who's still learning the game. Once he learns it and once he gets comfortable and believes in his talent, the sky's the limit for how great he can become.
Swung on, hit. Wow, that was close. Right back up the middle. Almost got him. Now with 2 down, they've got a man on board. Here's how we'll see the D-backs lined up on defense. And scouting those fielders, John.
Well, one of the most electrifying players offensively in baseball is Jose Reyes, but also defensively, he can bring some electricity to that position also. A highlight reel every single time he takes the field, and an unbelievable cannon of an arm. Just love watching this kid play the position of shortstop with the joy and passion that he does.
0-1. Cueto kicks and delivers. And with 2 strikes on him now, Eric Hosmer will be watching carefully.
Well, he threw in that slider right there. Got him to swing a little bit early. Got to be a little more patient with that pitch.
Ended this inning with a nice piece of pitching work as he gets the K. So Johnny Cueto holding it down. The handiwork already on display. Strikes out 2 to start this ball game. And it'll be the D-backs. Jose Bautista will lead it off. He makes contact. Line drive. 1 away.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, first baseman, number 41.
And Santana's in the box.
But interestingly, you look at the Padres in 2011, 500 or better against the other divisions, but against the West, their closest opponents, 27 and 45.
Strike started off the at-bat 0-1. San Diego's play against the rest of that National League West, as Steve was talking about, in the second half, they lost 26 of the first 34 games, John, within their own division.
Well, the Dodgers and Giants in particular beat up on them. The Padres could never get any momentum going against either of those teams.
Fastball got him 2 down.
Now we're going to get a chance, Gary, to see the 4-seam fastball in K.K. Cruz.
Don Nelson Cruz will try to keep this going. 8 years in the majors. Here's the delivery. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. That one in the alley. This could be 2 or more. So there are 2 men down here, but they do get a man in scoring position.
A very, very smooth and level swing right there going through that strike zone, and he drives that ball. Now, let's see if this will start a 2-out rally now that he's on second base.
And Adrian Beltre stands in. Well, the decision here, obviously, is a great respect for the hitter. He's going to get the free pass.
I'm not sure either of these guys likes this. They'd like to go at each other and have the challenge and seem to come out on top.
And it's Marte batting. Beltre at first. Cruz on at second. This one popped towards the outfield. That'll be in shallow center. And Crawford puts that away to retire the side. They pick up no runs on a hit, and they leave 2 on. A beautiful night for baseball. Take a look here in Miami.
Number 28.
And here's Buster Posey. He's going to start the second for the home team. He sends this one in the air towards center. One away.
It's about as easy as it gets. He could have caught that one in his back pocket.
And in the batter's box, it's Stanton.
plate. A critical situation in this game, Gary. Let's see if he can get the job done.
He'll start things off here. Oh, Bautista got good wood on this. And goodbye home run for the Diamondbacks, and they are on the board. The first run of the ball game. You'll have to get that on the big fly ball in a 1-0 lead. That solo shot makes an impact on their chances of victory. The win expectancy graph shows us.
Now, Gary, looked like he was setting on that pitch. He got it and drove it out of the park.
What they're going to want to do in this ball game now is take advantage of that and build that momentum up.
Now, they need to still be aggressive out there and go right after. Good offense for Arizona right there. Been able to take the lead now. And Diamondbacks trying to keep this momentum and keep riding it, Gary.
First baseman, number 41.
Here's the first pitch to Santana. And that one put in play. Stanton to field. One away now.
This is why you swing the outfielders around to right field. That's where his strength is. That's where he hits it. That's where he did hit it. It's an out.
And it's Nelson Cruz at the plate. One away. He doubled his last time. That's hit foul by Cruz. Foul! The pitch. Swung on the fastball. Couldn't get to it. 0-2. Here's a chance to take a look at how this pitcher has been doing in terms of getting hitters to chase pitches out. There's a ground ball. Crawford. 2 away.
It's a nice throw by the shortstop, and the key to that is having good feet. When an infielder makes bad throws, it's not because of his arm, it's because of his feet.
And Adrian Beltre up. His career average, 258 lifetime against the Padres. And that one falls in there for a single. And they will tag him out at second. They push across the game's first run in the fourth. Arizona's leading 1-0.
Jerry, here's an opportunity for Buster Posey to come up big for his teammates and show what he's made of for a young guy.
Last time up, flew out. It's going to be Fernando Rodney on the mound. They've decided it was time to make a change here. John, what do you think his strategy is going up against the San Diego lineup?
Tightrope is how you would describe bringing in Fernando Rodney. Every time he comes in the game, it seems like there's a walk, possibly 2 walks. Always seems like he's putting the tying or winning runs on base. But the bottom line is, when it comes down to the end of the game, he gets it done. He finds a way to get out of jams. That's what makes him so special with that great fastball in the mid-90s.
Out recorded by Santana.
Well, first base could be the hot corner too, and that was a hot shot to first, but he was able to get up in spirit for the out.
And in the batter's box, it's Stanton. He's 1 for 1 so far. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Well, now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I think he's going to utilize that changeup to try to get a swing and a miss.
Off-speed pitch is in there, and he falls behind. 0-2.
Well, he doesn't like to mess around. You get 0-2 on him, he's coming at you with the fastball.
Swing and a miss, and the fastball second out in the inning.
Well, this is where you want to go with 2 strikes on the hitter. You want to go down out of the zone. He swings through it, couldn't make contact with that one.
Chance here with 2 down for Paul Goldschmidt. Foul! Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Fernando Rodney with strike 2, maybe a K.
This pitcher being very aggressive throwing strikes. I think he's going to try to get him to chase.
Hit on the ground. This could be the end. And he's out at first. What an out.
A tough loss here for this crowd today, but boy, do they see some kind of pitching performance from the visiting team.
And now let's take a look at one player clearly instrumental in this contest. He's our player of the game. It's hard to argue with the bat of Jose Bautista.
Well, you know what they say, that everyone loves to see the long ball when you come to a game, and he certainly gave the fans what they wanted to see. He's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
Well, you win, whether it's 1 or 10. This was the slimmest of margins, though.
Well, this one had the makings right from the start of a close one, and you knew whoever got on the board had a legitimate chance to win it.
I guess it's that time again. We wrap up this 2K Sports broadcast of MLB. For John, Steve, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Adieu, adieu.